This legendary footballer could only kick mangoes when he was a child. One day the boys wrapped socks in old clothes and turned them into a makeshift football. The narrow alley became their pitch. That's how the boys' skills improved rapidly. He and his friends started to look more and more like real players. Then came the day of their very first football match. But they didn't even have proper shoes. Wearing jerseys made from bed sheets, they stepped onto the field. The spectators laughed at them. The rich kids watched with mocking eyes. They picked up some old discarded football shoes, but none of them fit. They couldn't move properly, some even fell. The more they played, the worse it got. Frustration grew on every face. He took off his shoes and began playing barefoot, using traditional footwork and close control. He weaved through every defender and scored. The crowd erupted in cheers. Everyone was amazed by his skill. His teammates were inspired, taking off their shoes and giving it their all. In the end, the boys still lost the match. They were a bit discouraged. Suddenly, everyone began to applaud them. They took their very first group photo together. But fate always loves to play tricks. Trouble found them. Bad guys showed up trying to bully them. In a panic, the boys ran into the mountains. Just then, heavy rain began to pour. One of the boys slipped. The boy quickly picked him up and carried him into a cave. His friend tried to encourage him to never give up on his football dream, but in the next second, by the time the boy realized what had happened, his friend was already buried. The boy was filled with guilt. He believed that if it weren't for him, his friend wouldn't have died. He swore he would never play football again. To reignite his son's passion, the father began doing football tricks under a tree using a mango. The boy pretended not to care, but every day his father kept playing with that mango, until one day, the boy couldn't hold back and showed off his talent. From that day on, the father and son practiced football together using a mango every day. Watching her son's transformation day by day, the mother found the business card the father had once brought home. She got in touch with the football scout, and so the boy embarked on a new journey, growing little by little, shining little by little, eventually becoming a nationally renowned football star. In every match, he wore the jersey his father had sewn for him by hand. What they didn't know was that a few years later, everyone would be gathered around the TV as the boy scored a beautiful header, securing the World Cup title for Brazil. From then on, the boy became a football legend. He had kicked his and his friends' shared dream all the way into the World Cup. Do you know who the star is?